I'll be here.
Go in, sit down very casually, ask him if he wants a cigarette.
No, I don't smoke. And he smells like he smells of weed as soon as you step inside.
Okay. Does his eyes look bloodshot?
Not at the moment, no.
So I just sit down very casually and try to look relaxed. But if you want to tell me about what happened last night.
Yeah. Just before that, I just want to ask, why am I with the FBI? Because all I did was I got confused on the job. I forgot which lever it was that I was supposed to pull. I pulled the wrong one, and I am really sorry. But I mean, am I in big trouble? Because it was an accident. I swear.
So I told him that's yet to be determined. The smell of marijuana coming from you doesn't bode well for your case.
Oh no, that's just for my clothes. I've got roommates who smoke it all the time. That's the only reason I smell like this.
Okay. And would a drug test confirm that? So I'm just going to observe to see if he starts sweating.
Yeah, he starts sweating.
You just need to know exactly what happened last night. The power outage very conveniently coincides with a murder.
A murder? Meanwhile, like anytime you want to know if he's lying, either of you can roll for empathy.
Okay.
In the background and tell me if you have more than 12, that'll be a success. He is legitimately surprised that his accident coincided with a murder.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you did entirely an accident? Was there anyone that told you to maybe have an accident at a particular time?
You don't know that yet, not with that result. But he is definitely he is hiding something. And based on your empathy roll, you know that he's not saying everything.
In that case, the door kind of opens very brusquely, and Zoya just slams it shut behind her. Walks up, kind of puts both her hands on the table, leans forward, and she says, "I think you are lying to us. So how about you start telling the truth? Because it seems to us like you are maybe part of this murder investigation."
No. Okay. Listen,
From the beginning, I don't care what you've been smoking, what happened yesterday. Tell me, from the beginning, what happened, who you were involved with.
It's not my fault.
I'm sorry, I'm not asking you to justify your actions. I want to know what those actions were. Begin.
All right. My girlfriend, Maria, she's in with the wrong people, and we'd broken up ages ago. And I knew she was bad for me, but we got back together yesterday. And I thought everything was much better, and I dropped my guard, and because everything was going really well, I didn't think about work tomorrow, about what would happen at work, and I smoked, and I didn't think it'd be bad. Like, I smoked a lot, and I know it's illegal, and I'm really sorry that this murder happened, but it was, there was supposed to be this other dude, Brian, at the power station with me, and he wasn't there, and so I had to do. He called in sick, and I had to take over for him, and I was just feeling confused, and I had forgotten that part of my training because it wasn't exactly what I usually do, and I powered down the whole city. I'm sorry, but there wasn't anything. I was just nobody set me up for this. didn't have anything to do with the murder. You don't know if he's telling.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'll roll my empathy. Oh, that's a difficult thing. You get 3 plus. Oh, difficulty.
Oh, difficulty 0. If I don't say that it's a difficult roll, assume that it's zero, that the difficulty is 0. Okay. Yeah, neither of you can tell, but can you get like you get close to 12, so you don't feel like he's hiding anything at the moment. You're not exactly sure, but it feels to you like he seems a bit too clueless to be linked with a murder that was that happened within 5 minutes. That was really precise.
Mm-hmm. And this Brian, can you give his information?
Yeah, sure. He works at the plant with me. He called in sick. Apparently, he had a taxi ran into him when he was biking to work.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that was unusual at the power plant yesterday? Anything at all you can recall? That there was something out of the ordinary and that what you were doing didn't fit with the training. What was going on?
Oh, it's just that Brian usually takes care of the power conductors and regulating in the amps and everything, and I'm usually at the water and electricity part of the station. You know, he explains to you that basically because Brian wasn't there, he had to take over a part of the job that he wasn't used to.
Zoya asks, is there anything strange or unusual about Brian?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And who was it that had you take over for him? I'm assuming the people you work for?
Yeah, my boss. She said that someone had to do it, and I've been working there for a while, so she just told me to take care of it until somebody else could come over.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it's not her fault. She didn't know I was high. She did replacing somebody else's shift is something that happens all the time.
I want her name too, but it sounds like you're protecting her.
I mean, yeah, because I don't think that she did anything wrong. Her name is Anne.
And last name, and please write it down. I would assume Zoya has like a piece of paper, so she kind of just like pushes it to him.
Yeah. He writes down the full name.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming he writes down like Brian's as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You've got both of the names.
Mm-hmm.
Am I being charged with ties to that murder?
Maybe you should be charged with incompetency. Zoya said maybe you should be charged with incompetency. I don't know what Ken said. What did you say?
That's good. You could be charged with negligence.
I have a feeling, like, I almost want to imagine that, like, Zoya and Ken just kind of share a look, like, yep.
One more question. I'm going to take your word that you weren't involved in this. But as from the perspective of power plant employees, you need to arrange the blackout of the city for a particular time. How would you go about it?
If I wanted to go about it as the employee, I mean, there's the possibility to sabotage the place from the inside by. Should I be pleading the fifth? Because I'm about to say by doing the things that I did, but not on accident. I didn't mean to sabotage this thing. I think the murderer just got really lucky that the blackout happened at the same time as the murder.
The odds of that are extraordinarily low, mathematically speaking.
That our planet doesn't have many accidents. You're right, but it's the truth. He must have like the
exact same time that a murder is happening, it goes out long enough, and you can see what's the plan. They're still able to hit their target in the dark. A very peculiar case.
Listen, if I had a way to help you solve this murder, I would do it. I'm going to lose my job anyways, and on top of what you're telling me of charging me for negligence, I'd be cooperating. I'm not covering up for anybody because I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it for the murder.
In that case, I have two more questions. One being, when was, before this one, was there any accidents at the power plants? And if yes, then who was involved?
Not since I started being employed. I mean, we have accidents as in people spill coffee on each other, but nothing that powered down the city like this since the 2 years I've been here.
Zoya actually kind of laughs a little bit at that. And she says, all right, going back to when this accident happened, when you pulled that wrong lever, was there anything beforehand that felt strange to you?
Yeah, it's like I was looking at the meters, and one of them was going down, so I knew one of the levers had to be pulled, and it was just like the moment I pulled it felt exactly right. I don't know why.
Right.
It just felt like things were aligning in that particular moment, but the weed I took was pretty strong, so maybe that's that.
You know,
it does make random events more significant. And I look over at Sonia. So I've read.
Zoya's nodding. She says, considering how strong that weed was, I am, pretty surprised that your boss didn't notice. Considering that right now you sort of smell a bit like chimney. No offense.
Plant smells like very strongly of ozone.
It's different smell, but okay.
It sort of covers it up.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, gotta say I'm content. So I'm going to give him my card. I don't think we have any further news questions yet.
No,
So, yeah.
I don't either. But thank you for your cooperation.
If you remember anything, give us a call.
Sure. Okay. Am I free to go?
Zoya's nodding, and she says, "But advice for future. Maybe spray some Febreze on yourself before.
I tell them just don't go to work hard.
Yeah. I will. I promise." And he gets up and he seems so relieved to be leaving the interrogation room. You scared the shit out of him.
Can Zoya give him a wave, super friendly?
What does the discussion between your characters after this interrogation look like?
Well, I'm more or less convinced that he didn't have anything to do with it. Empathy rules suck, so I didn't get much out of that. But yeah, it doesn't seem like he was involved. He's more of a bystander.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's the brightest, nice kid, but not brightest.
If I had to time anything that I had to rely on him for, I wouldn't. It seems like it may have just been a weird accident. If the last person I'd want to trust with a precise plan is a stoner at a power plant.
Oh, yeah.
Can both of you roll for intellect? It's under Libra, middle column towards the bottom.
I have 0 intellect.
Hold on, middle column. Oh my god, Zoya, you have points in this.
By the way, I just want to say one thing. the reason why roles might be a bit difficult at the beginning of the game is because this game wasn't exactly designed to be played by regular humans. Normally, you play what is called a trinity, which is a supernatural creature, and you roll 2 dice and choose the better one. And you're going to get that option at some point during the game to be able to roll 2 dice and keep the better one.
Okay.
And which means your rolling quality might improve then. But until then, you're playing on hard mode. You're playing humans with only 12 life points, which means that 3 gunshots kill you in this game. Just saying.
Great.
Okay.
Out of character talk, I'm sort of curious to talk to maybe Brian and what's her name, and Anne, but I'm not sure. I'm drawing a bit of a blank. I'm trying to think.
Gotcha. We can say your characters head out to go and talk to them, and generally they don't seem to be. They corroborate Edward's what Edward said, and yeah, it all seems like it was an accident that it was exactly at this precise time that the power plant went down.
Can we empathy on them?
Yeah, you can. I was assuming you had like succeeded a role to to know that they seem pretty honest about it.
Okay.
The reason that the reason I'm going over it quickly is because you could have somebody else from the police force take care of this, and because they're telling the truth in that regard. Also, it's before you leave the office again after having talked with both of them, you learn that the congresswoman who inherited the manuscript is called Michonne Backwoman.
Mm-hmm. Also, question. In terms of the manuscript, can that be looked over?
Yeah.
To see if there's any kind of like names that pop out? And is it written, like, compared to, say, his first book, is it written in the same way, or is there like a change of tone?
So somebody's been going over it while you were doing your other stuff. The names that pop up are actual people who have been linked to Adrian Wakefield since he started making the claims of associating autism with vaccines, and it's all apparently linked to events that have really happened as far as the FBI can corroborate, but they're romanticized.
Okay.
And it is written in a different style because it goes more into a sort of a conspiracy theory type of mood than the first book that was going more for a medical and scientific.
Yeah, but like, does it feel like he was in any way paranoid when he was writing it? Is there anything like, if it was like, is it handwritten?
No, it's typed with handwritten notes.
With handwritten,
and it's done. The person who went over it at the bureau tells you that no, he didn't seem to be paranoid. The feel that the analyst is getting is that in fact it feels more like the parts that were more paranoid were played up to make the book a bit more sensational and to make it easier to sell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also on the murder note, any fingerprints, any like hidden messages?
No hidden messages have been found so far, although you can roll for either documentation or intellect to find one yourself.
Okay, where's documentation?
Libra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, rolling intellect.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Neither of you got anything. By the way, anyone who's watching the video, we're still looking for a third player to play the analyst, the brains of this group, because we've got the leader and the brawl.
Help us, we are so dumb.
But don't worry. Like, if there is any hidden messages inside of the murder note, it's obvious enough that you, the players, might be able to piece it out. I believe in you.
Simon, I don't believe in us. But thank you.
To be fair, Anna, just the reason you didn't figure out the plot twist in our first campaign together is because Katie and I were working really hard to keep you from finding it out.
Uh-huh. Wait. Hold on. I'm having a smart moment.
You might want to stretch the murder notes so that it's to the sides that the page is longer. Might help you figure some stuff out.
Something Pythagora. Where's the S? Well, there's sort of an S. Hold on. Well, I mean, the first sort of paragraph says Pythagoras on the side.
If you like the way the murder note appears on your screens, this crops part of the text, so you have to stretch it a bit to the side to make the window a bit longer to see it.
Okay.
But you're talking about the first letter of every line.
Yes. I'm seeing Pythagoras, and then the rest, it depends on like how I stretch it out, because then different words appear, so I'm like, oh, okay. Like different letters.
Like on the note, there's nothing else after that.
Yeah.
There's no like the words don't there isn't anything else that makes sense after the first series of letters.
Okay.
In the way the note is written.
Okay.
When you get it, it's just that like I gave you a text thing instead of giving you an image. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's just assume like that they got the murder note to like look at again. And Zoya's kind of like frowning at it, and she motions Ken over, and she points at that, and she says, "Do you see how it spells that out? The name of that."
Pythagoras.
Yes. It's strange because that was what was on the TV.
Pythagoras, and that's an old script. I saw something about it on TV. It seems possibly coincidental.
Yes, it sort of does feel like a lot of strange coincidences. This thing in the murder note, what was playing in on the TV in the hotel, and then this power outage, and it apparently being an accident. That's two coincidences too many for me to be comfortable.
But what could a ancient mathematician have to do with it? I remember Pythagoras in school solving triangles.
She kind of shrugs a bit and she says, "It's we should send this again to be analyzed to see if maybe some linguists can get something out of it."
Okay, you send it to be analyzed again, and someone will get back to you on that later. Is there just one thing? Is there anything that you wanted? If there's leads that where I said I'll get back to you, don't hesitate to remind me if I don't bring it back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Concerning this, because sometimes I do forget some stuff, but you've got all of the main leads. So what are your characters going to do?
Let's get like looking more to what is going on with that Pythagoras book they used to be uncovered.
Okay, so
Even that
it,
was just in 2000.
you can do a documentation check with a +6 bonus because there's a lot of news going on around this to find out about what is currently happening around that.
For the bonus, that might make it will be like -6? Or how's that
No,
work?
you just write 6. When it's a minus, it's a penalty to roll. Just writing 6 gives you a bonus of +6, so it's a bonus. All right, 15. You succeed. You find out that a group of archaeologists sent by a Greek museum to look through some ancient ruins found this stone tablet that was talking about Pythagoras' teachings, and they were talking and they've been releasing information about their finds every day at around the same time.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to be a part of this story, we are currently looking for more players and game masters to play new games in this setting and on this channel. You can also be a part of the story by having your face added to the cast of characters. I draw all of the images for this game, and you can commission me to make you into an NPC. If you like the style and you want a drawing like that of yourself, or if you want to contribute to the project, you can contact me through the links in the description. Finally, if you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day, everyone.